I'm on a quest. Us men should understand the value of questing, right? You're on a quest of discovery to find your kingdom treasure. I understand that there are many of us who are also on this quest, but oftentimes we don't have eyes to see. You know, when you're out and about, there are treasures all around you that you don't even have eyes to see. Kingdom treasures, women of God, men of God who are treasures of the kingdom that we don't have eyes to see, and we don't have eyes or ears to hear. And we need God's help. That is the first thing we have to acknowledge. God, we need your help. God, I need your help to find my kingdom treasure. God, I need your help. I need to be able to see her, to find her. And many of us men have become exhausted. I understand that. Many of us women are tired and weary in the battle. I understand that. But you have to find the strength that God wants to give unto you in God, in the hope, in the faith, in the love that you need for this life's journey. You can't give up. Where is your faith, man of God? Where is your faith to pick up the pieces and move forward in life and in existence? So, a brother like myself understands that I gotta come equipped. See my chain on me? So, you never know. Wife and noble character might be found anywhere. That moment when your eyes are open, like, oh, I see her now. May we have eyes to see God's kingdom treasures. And may we have the faith to believe that she is out there, because she is, and she's waiting for you. And you know, this is nothing more. If the enemy understands that it's not right for a man to be alone, he's going to do everything in his strategy, his power, to separate us from our kingdom treasures that we are longing for. Why? Because the enemy knows that one can be overpowered, and this is what is happening to us men out here being alone. We're being overpowered because two is better than one. And we have to understand this. Two is better than one. God never created us, man, to exist in isolation and loneliness and pain. And the worst thing you can ever do as a man is retreat back to your hole, whatever your hole you're living in, whether that hole is a car, whether that hole is your house that you go to every night. You know, you can have a beautiful hole to climb up into every single night, but it's still a hole at the end of the day. It is a painful, miserable existence. You can have a palace, but if you're going home and being alone to it, it's still a hole. Don't matter how nice and pretty you make the hole, it's empty because you're alone. Us men, sometimes we don't care. We don't have the strength inside of us to clean up our houses or our cars. Finding strength in God to help you pick up the pieces, to believe, to hope. That is where it all begins. Faith and works. Faith without works is a dead faith. Where is your faith? Where is the works that accompany that faith to believe that, you know what? God, Jehovah Jireh, is the God who provides. And He has provision planned for you. But do you have the faith, and are you willing to do the work to ask, seek, and find? You know, this is a test of your faith. This is a test of your faith. This trial that you're in, this singleness season, is a test of your faith. God has His kingdom treasures, His daughters, all over the place, man of God. But do you have eyes to see her? Does she have eyes to see you? This is the question that we have to ask. My ex-wife didn't have eyes to see my value. Shame on her. I know my worth. And I know my value. Even though the world and those women who see with the eyes of the world don't have eyes to see. And you know what? If you don't have eyes to see God's treasures, that's on you. At the end of the day, that's on you. Because those kingdom treasures will be ignored. God's kingdom treasures will be ignored by people who don't have eyes to see them.